Yo, what's up buddies, and welcome back to a new video. Today what I've got for you is a brand new transfers video on FIFA 16. So we're going to look at about 10 transfers for today's video, and we're going to be seeing their potential clubs or confirmed clubs depending on who we are looking at. If you guys are new to my channel, leave a subscribe. No. If you are new to this video, no wait, hang on. If you guys don't know already, I was away all last week. I actually haven't made a video properly in like a week, so I forgot what to say. So if you do enjoy this video, leave a like down below. If you're new to my channel, drop a subscription in the subscribe button place. Where is that again? Down below. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off, we have got Alexander Lacazette, the French striker from Olympique Lyonnais. Now, apparently he is linked with a few clubs, but the strongest club that he's linked with currently is West Ham United. I think there's a deal around £40 million that they could be looking at. With the new stadium that they've got in the new capacity, and they're in Europe, I believe, this year as well, we could be seeing them making some sick signings already. They've already signed Feghouli and Gökhan Toure, and they could potentially sign Alexandre Lacazette from Olympique Lyonnais. Like, seriously, I can't actually speak. I don't know why, but I've not made a video in so long that I can't speak. But they could be signing Lacazette from Olympique Lyonnais, which would be a sick signing for West Ham, and it'd be sick for sweat teams in the BPL on FIFA 17. Let's get into the next one. Next up, we've got Julian Draxler. Now, he's been heavily linked with Manchester United. What? He's been heavily linked with Arsenal. Now, Arsenal apparently have rumoured to make a bid around £50 million for him. Now, I don't think that's true. I don't think he's worth that much, but he could be worth that much, and it'd be sick to see him at Arsenal again for BPL teams next year. And also, he's a very creative player, and it'd link really well with Ozil, so I'd actually be happy to see him at Arsenal because I think he'd do really well. Next up, I wasn't actually expecting to make this one. We have got Riyad Mahrez. Apparently, he's been linked with a few big clubs in Europe, one of them being Manchester United. Now, this would be a sick signing for Man United, but I feel like we've got so many wingers now that either he wouldn't get the game time or someone else wouldn't get the game time. But basically, he'd either push someone out of the squad or get pushed out himself. But it'd be a sick signing for a big European club like Manchester United or someone else. I believe that he will actually, I don't think he'll stay at Leicester. I think he'll go somewhere quite big, like maybe Barcelona or Real Madrid or someone like that, and I think he'll do really well there because he's actually a really talented football player. Next up, we have got Paul Pogba. Now, apparently this is already a done deal, which I don't actually think it is, but it's very close to being done. You guys probably already heard of it, the £100 million move back to Manchester United from Juventus. Now, if this happens, I'll be a very happy man. It means that we'll have one of the best transfer windows we've ever had with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Eric Bailly, and now Pogba. That'd be so sick, and I feel like with him, we could potentially win the BPL this year. That'd be absolutely amazing, and this signing, in my opinion, would be one of the best signings that we have made in a long time. You know, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. But yeah, I would love to see Pogba at our club. I think he'd flourish at Manchester United. I'd be very excited to see him there. I would love to see Pogba at Manchester United. Last but not least, for the potential transfers, we've got Gonzalo Higuain, heavily linked with Juventus and Arsenal. But I think he's looking more like they're going to get to Juventus rather than Arsenal. I think it's almost already confirmed for Juventus that they've signed him. I think it's like literally that far away, which would be sick. I'd actually like to see him at Juventus, but it'd be interesting because he would follow the routes of, you know, like Dybala and Tevez, the Argentinian guys that have gone to Juventus already. And it's weird that Juventus seem to always sign really decent Argentinian strikers, so it'd be interesting to see him there, and I think he'd do really well. Straight out with the confirmed transfers, we have got Mehdi Benatia, who is actually signed for Juventus on loan. Now, there is a £17 million buyout clause, so if they want to buy him at any point, they can pay €17 million, sorry, not pounds, so it's roughly like 14 million pounds for Mehdi Benatia. Now, I think that's cheap as chips already. Now, if they were to buy him instantly, I think that'd be a great deal, but if he does really well at Juventus and then they buy him for €17 million, that'll be an insane deal, and I think they've done really well to land him at the club. I think he's going to do really well at the club, and he's going to do well with the likes of Bonucci, Barzagli and Chiellini already. They've got a really strong defensive line, and I'm very excited to see this. Next up, we have got Subotic, the Serbian man from Borussia Dortmund, who's actually just signed for Middlesbrough. I don't know how much he's signed for, but I believe it's quite cheap. Now, this is good for Middlesbrough as they've just been promoted. They're signing quite a lot of players, and they've signed a pretty decent player here with Nevan Subotic. Very good signing indeed, in my opinion, and I'm excited to see him in the BPL next year. Next up, we've got Martin Skrtel, that's actually signed for Fenerbahce in the Turkish league. He has literally just signed, I think, on Friday evening, I think he signed, and this would be a really interesting transfer in my opinion. I have no idea how he's going to play out in Turkey, but hopefully he does really, really well, because I actually like Scott. I think he's a pretty decent centre-back in my opinion. I just don't think he's been the best at Liverpool that he could have been in the last, like, maybe year or two. He's been decent, don't get me wrong, but I think he could be better at a different club, and hopefully Fenerbahce offer him the, you know, the essential things that he needs to, you know, flourish, really. Next up, and in my opinion, one of the best transfers we've seen so far in this transfer window, it's actually N'Golo Kante, signed for Chelsea for £32 million. In my opinion, that is so cheap for a player of the calibre of Kante. He actually literally carried, well, he didn't literally carry, but he did really well for Leicester last year and was a massive part to play in the fact that they won the league. He literally carried the midfield, in my opinion, and possibly even the attack. He was just a workhorse, and watching him play, it was incredible. He just ran around getting the ball all the time, passing the ball, making chances, and I was very excited to watch him last year, and I think he'd do really well at Chelsea and could bring Chelsea back up to the European places. Now, I know Chelsea made a lot of signings recently because they want to get back into Europe after that atrocious season that they've had this year, and I think Kante is one of the players that could do it for them. Last but not least for this video, lads, it is actually Juan Camilo Zuniga, who's actually signed for Watford. Now, Watford seem to be signing some really sick Colombian players. Last year they signed Barbo, this year they signed Zuniga, and I think he's going to be a very good addition for their club. Very nice in the BPL, a 4-star skiller left back or right back would be very nice signing as well. And he's actually a really pacey, good left back slash right back. I don't know where he's going to play in FIFA 17. I think he'll be a left back in FIFA 16 though, and it'd be really interesting to see this card in FIFA 16 and 17. I'm going to be very excited to use it myself. Very good player indeed, and probably would do well at Watford. But that's it in terms of transfers for this video. I'll be doing these every weekend as EA don't work on weekends, so they won't be putting the cards into the game, and then at like 3 AM every night I'll probably make a video showing you guys the new transfers that are in FIFA. So stick around for my channel for that. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like down below, subscribe if you guys aren't around here. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you lads later.